Ladies and gentlemen, firstly, let's give a very warm welcome to the Governor of West Bengal, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankhar. Governor Saab, thank you for joining us at the India Today Conclave, taking time out from this. Let me begin by saying that yesterday we had the Chief Minister of West Bengal sitting precisely where you are sitting. And she had made certain remarks about you, critical remarks about her relationship with you. How would you describe your relationship with her?
Raj, I would like to focus on more critical issues. I carefully watched what the Honorable Chief Minister said and the questions put to her. You can have this folder with you.
I've listened to it, yes, I was there yesterday.
And I must put the record straight. The anchor yesterday, I quote, every morning I get something from Jagdeep Dhankhar.
If you're going to do this thing, we have actually, I can request my producer so that they can, Sam, can you just play that clip? Just so that you don't have to read it out.
Yes, only two of these.
Yeah,
do you know his name? Dhankar.
You know,
और बांग्ला में क्या बोलते हैं पता है? एक सिमिलरिटी हो गया.
One second. The same thing what you're saying.
धन मतलब अर्थ. और कर को बोलता है करो.
You know, Jagdeep Dhankhar and you seem to have, हिंदी में कहेंगे 36 का आंकड़ा. Every morning I get something from Jagdeep Dhankhar which clearly says that he is now going to summon the West Bengal Chief Minister to his office. Raj Bhavan and the Chief Minister's office, Nabonna, seem to be in some kind of a fight to the finish. What's going on? The latest over the fact that you have passed a bill or you want to pass a bill that all the universities of Bengal, you will become the chancellor. He has objected saying this is unconstitutional. What is going on?
Maharashtra government also passed this bill when Narendra Modi was the Chief Minister of Gujarat.
Look here.
Sure.
If you want to
we will, you go ahead and read what you have to
second,
say.
Raj.
Yeah.
If you wish to repeat the Chief Minister.
No, because you were reading out from that, I said let us get the exact script of
I said
it.
exactly, your anchor, I wouldn't call a lie because I am reflecting on a journalist. 100% untruth. Imagine what he says. Every morning Jagdeep Dhankhar tweet, summon the Chief Minister. How can this platform be so misutilized? Wouldn't even care to check my tweets. I had to suffer a pain when Mr. Sogat Rai, a senior parliamentarian, reflected. I sent him WhatsApp messages every day against Chief Minister. Not a single one.
So you deny, I mean, let's start with your
Why
relationship
should I
with
deny,
the...
sir?
No, let's start with your relationship with the Chief Minister.
Raj,
Yes.
Why should I deny? Tweets are in public domain. Your journalist must be put to proof. He must point out a tweet. He talks of everyday morning. This, sir, to put it mildly, is defamatory. And look at secondly, the latest tussle over the bill that you want to pass, that all universities of Bengal will become she will become the chancellor. And what he says, the governor has objected, stating that this is unconstitutional. Do you remember do you have a slightest idea of ramifications of this falsehood?
Well, let us get I mean, before we deal with, let us answer the questions that that was posed.
One second,
and let us have your views on the matter.
Not me.
Because, we can, sir, we have got...
limited time, I wish to
I would like your viewpoint, because that's why we exactly called you, because the Chief Minister said something.
I would react. Give me some space.
Right.
The anchor says, I have called the bills unconstitutional. Nothing can be more ravaging on fact. No one can misquote another person, much less the governor, a constitutional head.
But the fact stays, I mean, I'm not saying that, leave the unconstitutional bit. The fact is that there is such a bill being passed by the Assembly. That bill is for your consideration. Yesterday, the Chief Minister said that there have been instances in Gujarat and Maharashtra where a similar bill has been passed.
Sir, don't give me my space. I am on 2 points.
Right.
Otherwise, you will divert it. And
No,
there
I'm
is-
not diverting.
there is-
I'm giving you
I said, first, I am deeply hurt. This is not in consonance with journalistic ethos that on a platform like this, an anchor should be making misstatement of fact with respect to
We are giving you the
constitutional head.
opportunity, Governor
Number-
Saab, to
I have
correct
said-
whatever
Now-
misimpression you had about this
Now, let
thing.
me tell you, both these things by him are wrong.
Okay.
I would put it to you
Yeah.
that in the state of West Bengal, democracy is strained as never before. We are virtually having constitutional anarchy, and the word I have used in my communication to the Chief Minister, the crime in the form of extortion by syndicate mafia operations is going unabated since 2018, if not earlier, in every nook and corner of the state. Syndicates have a stranglehold on most businesses. I am not saying so. High Court said so. On 21st February 2022, the state government went to Supreme Court and lost. What do we do? Sir, these are questions to be put.
So we are putting that question. What
No,
do you
no,
do?
no.
You're
Yes.
the governor, sir. You have got the powers.
I'm responding,
to-
sir, bear with me and
Right.
कुछ रहम करो.
So, yeah,
आपको
bilkul,
जो
sir. You come here. We
सुनो,
will.
आपको कल जो करना था, किस सीमा तक किया, किस हमदर्दी से किया, राजनीति का एक नया आयाम दिखाया और एक भी कठिन प्रश्न नहीं पूछा. हाई कोर्ट की ये फाइंडिंग कल पूछनी चाहिए थी. मैडम चीफ मिनिस्टर, extortion by syndicate and mafia in every nook and corner of the state is a finding of the High Court. What have you to say? Supreme Court declined SLP. That was
Well,
not said.
Governor Saab,
Let
I
me
mean-
come to the next one, sir.
No, but let us deal with each of these issues so that the audience also gets a sense. What do you have to say about it? You're the governor of the state. Forget a media reporter asking this question. You probably would have asked this question of the chief minister. You have every right to do so. What did she reply? I mean, have you asked her firstly?
You can trust me on one aspect.
Right.
You only have to wait for some time. You will get response.
So let's
without your-
take
but-
each question
but-
individually.
no, but
and we'll deal with each of the issues that you have.
Sir, let me. One I have indicated, nothing can be more dangerous for democracy.
Little up.
Nothing
You
can be more painful for democracy. The syndicate and mafia
Sir, can you
should be
hold your mic?
engaging into extortion every minute. Secondly, on post-poll violence, a committee constituted by the High Court, a committee of experts, and it says, situation in the state of West Bengal is manifestation of law of the ruler, not rule of law. And what they say, there is palpable fear among victims against police and goons of ruling party. And it further says, no attempt was made by the state functionaries to wipe out the tears. Post-poll violence, most unprecedented in the country, had one facet. Can you withstand rape, murder, arson, loot, and punish people for voting according to their conscience? How can that be done? Judicial orders are ignored and an easy passage is given. I
But if you
strongly
do-
object
No.
to the
Governor
sta-
Saab,
stand of the-
yesterday we asked her this question, and she said, and I'm just, summing up what she said. She said that firstly, much of the violence was pre-poll, and this was when the Election Commission of India was conducting the poll. Second, she said the numbers that are being quoted, which is, I think, the BJP party is saying anything between 100 to 200,
Mr.
is
Raj,
wrong.
I'm
That
aware.
there were 20
Mr.
that,
Ra-
that
Mr.
is there.
Raj,
So
I'm-
what is your...
Mr. Raj, I am aware what she said. And you took it as truth.
Well, we are
Let me
listening to
tell
you.
you, because the homework that was required to be done by going through report of the NHRC, the homework that was required to be done by addressing judicial orders was ignored. I visited the entire state from 13th to 15th of May. Then there was complete lockdown. What I saw, girls' tears not stopping because they were raped. Seen houses that were looted. Saw the places where there was arson. How can you countenance when the state does not offer any succor? You don't visit any house. You don't take note of it. And you offer a platform to her without checking her facts. Allow her free run. And secondly, I put it to Chief Minister in writing that it is constitutional anarchy if you act on communal basis, if you act on appeasement. We had a terrible carnage at Rampur Hat, where women and children were burnt alive. The authorities that wanted to save them could not save them because of the goons. Within 36 hours he went, gave each of them 5 lakhs, a house, a government service, and she did not, Raj, you will be surprised and shocked as a human being. Not a single such relief was given to those who were killed in post-war violence, those who were killed massively as a family, crucified. Now what do you say?
No, I'm asking you, what would you say? Because you're the governor of the state. You have the powers within you. You also have the powers under an article of the Constitution to dismiss this, recommend dismissal of this government.
Let's not go
What
that
have
far.
you? No. Let's ask. What have you?
Sir,
Okay, you can fault the media with various things. What has the governor of the state done
Raj,
on this one?
I have signaled 2 things at this moment. So far, syndicate mafia Raj and post-poll violence. Nothing can be more shameful for democracy that persons must be visited with consequences of rape, murder, arson, loot because they vote according to their conscience. Number 1. Number 2, under Article 167 of the Constitution, there is a duty cast on the Chief Minister to give information to the Governor. My tweets focus on that. Perhaps your anchor missed them. Not a single response and performance of this constitutional duty by the Chief Minister. And I can understand why. They relate to scams which you cannot imagine. Have you seen recently the most significant aspect of recruitment scam? It is mother of all scams. It is ballooning every day. And look at the High Court orders and you will be surprised. I'm not making reference that is not documented. And the High Court says corruption writ large in the whole process of this public employment. High Court finding. Secondly, and nothing but a scam where even, and now you'll be surprised, appointment given to whom? Who never participated in the process. Appointment given to whom? Who were never in the merit list. And High Court concludes that unless corrupt practices were there, this could not have happened.
That's why
This was allowed to happen.
Governor
And
Saab, it's fair. You have now listed 3 or 4 serious charges against the chief.
I know
Now, the point is that at the end of the day, you are the person that
I'm
can
coming to
decide
that.
whether you'd
Sir,
like to have the government dismissed or
Sir,
not. What is your stand on this?
Sir, first let me indicate my deep anguish that media has a great role in such kind of situations. And we must focus on them. These were the issues required to be put to the Honorable Chief Minister yesterday. They are in public domain.
It was put, but you might disagree.
One
but
second,
Governor
sir.
Saab,
One second.
yes.
Bear with me. Recruitment scam of a much smaller scale. Former chief ministers have spent several years in jail. This scam is of unprecedented nature. And mind you, a finding of fact in a government documentation sent to the governor that more than 5,000 candidates were given postings illegally, jumping the queue without merit. And can you ever digest or countenance people who never participated in the process being given appointment? And what has happened more disturbing is that even institution of assembly has been ignored. I'll tell you something.
No, are you building a case to say that these have reached a point of no return, or where do you stand in this thing? Because after all, you're the governor. You have every right to ask her to present the facts. And
First, let me put the reality before the people through this very significant platform. And my indication to everyone through you is, nowhere in the country an assembly has been so ignored. For example, State Finance Commission has to give report to the governor, constitutional body. It was not given. Governor had to cause it to be laid before the House, could not be laid. Can you beat it? Have you ever seen it? Such constitutional failure. Number two, Lok Ayukt is required to give report every year, not given. Lok Ayukt report had to be sent to the assembly, not sent. Can we digest it? There's a statutory provision that Gorkha Territorial Administration, every year there will be CA0 audit. She became Chief Minister in 2011. Am I right? And Gorkha Territorial Administration came into being in pursuance to an act of 2011 in 2012. Not a single CAG audit, sir. Not a single CAG audit. These are the issues.
Well,
number two.
No, yesterday when we asked her this question, she said that you treat her like a bonded labor, and you consider yourself a superpower of some sort.
And you didn't ask more.
No, we did ask.
No.
I mean, but let's not get into what we asked about, but this is what she says of the governor publicly.
Sir, if I tell you Chief Minister is not doing her constitutional duty, you will have to ask me. Please indicate which constitutional duty she has not done.
Fine, and you outlined it. Now I'm asking you, so
I'm
what
saying,
are you going to do about that?
No,
I mean, as governor, you have the powers under Article 356 on various sections of the Constitution.
1 second, sir. Chancellor's role.
Yeah, let's come to that.
Did you ask the Chief Minister that, ma'am, you are already de facto Chancellor? You appointed 25 Chancellors without reference to the Governor? Can you ever imagine?
So where
law being so trampled? Sir, here is a scenario where democracy is breathing virtually its last. Here is a scenario which has all the elements of a police state. Here is a scenario where functioning is state within a state. Imagine, CM should have been put questions. You are using assembly, you are using agencies, registering cases against every central agency.
And she puts
to
the same,
compromise.
just to let you know, she makes the same allegation against you that you control the ED and the CBI, I mean, her people say so, and that you are the one that is instigating a lot of the cases, and the governor, who should be an independent institution, is playing politics.
On a lighter side, I control everyone except the Chief Minister whom I have to control. Just imagine. Sir, itna mat karo. Karo. Be kind to her.
No, leave us aside. Now let us come to, sir. You have hammered the media and whatever you wanted to say. Let us come to the question, sir. Because I think people want to know those answers.
No.
Let us deal with each of the issues that you raised.
I am putting issues only.
Yes, let us deal.
A Chief Minister makes a public statement that the governor has Pegasus, is getting telephones taped. She must be probed on that. And let me tell you, constitutional transgressions by her are of an extreme degree. And if I have indicated these aspects based on judicial orders, based on findings of committees, based on hard facts, like I said, State Finance Commission, is it not constitutional failure?
Yeah, so you said all these issues, so what are you going to do about it? You have the powers, you can recommend to the president to dismiss this government.
The governor will not let down people of the state.
And by that you mean?
I believe in persuasion. I hope she will listen to it. Things should fall in place. I know that I have to work in tandem with the government. I am not a stakeholder in politics. I am a stakeholder only that the governance must be in accordance with constitution and law. I take only command from the constitution, and a platform is easily made available. He is agent of that, he is of that political party, he has that inclination. Why no question is put to the Chief Minister that you are failing on every facet of constitution?
Governor Saab.
You are not performing your duty to give information to the governor when he asks you about pandemic purchase scam, when he asks you about Andal project, when he asks you about Mark Canteen, when he asks you about Bengal Global Business Summit actual results, and many more.
Well, I mean, fair enough. You've asked all those questions and you're in a position to take action against it. You are saying that at the moment, what is your stand? Have you reached the point of no return, or you are saying that you will still do business with her?
I'm sure you know with your experience.
No, sir, I am not second guessing you.
1 second, you know with your huge experience, these are not issues to be reflected by the governor on any public platform, including yours. All I'm saying is, I appeal to two categories in particular. I appeal to every West Bengal mind, intelligentsia. Your silence will be very painful. If you choose to remain silent for long, you shall be silenced forever. My appeal to my brothers and sisters in the media, please focus on West Bengal. West Bengal is sitting on a volcano. West Bengal is a critical state. In West Bengal, we have no democracy.
Governor, you have said
Can
that,
you imagine Raj for a minute?
No. Governor, let me now. No, sir, I've let you have your say on all these matters. May I, as an anchor, ask you a few questions? And then we can continue with...
I'll say one and then you ask. I'll say one. Most recently, as crucifixion of democracy, a decimation of human rights and values, Chief Minister announced at Asansol jihad against BJP, the opposition party, on 21st July 2022.
Now, what?
I've written to
let me say no.
One second.
I've seen
Bear
what
with
you
me,
wrote
sir.
to. No, we've
Can
seen what-
in any democratic society, can in any society governed by law, can any society that believes in civility and rights, you can give such a call? Jihad
Yesterday,
against opposition parties?
may I just intervene, Governor Saab? Yesterday we asked this precise question, and she said the meaning is being misinterpreted in Urdu and Hindi. She said it means strong protest, not what you are interpreting out of this.
Sir, you believe her too easily.
I'm not. So I'm stating what she said, and
then-
we're giving you the same forum to say
then-
what you feel about
Then
it.
you were good enough to play video before me. You should have played her video to her. That would have been absolutely nailing the
Well, she
situation.
said it in
100%.
this forum, so we are not...
No, I'll tell you. She said so, loud and clear, carried in high decibel, with all cylinders firing.
fair enough. So now she's explained
No,
that
no,
stand.
number one.
Sir,
Sir,
in a public forum, she has said what she means of jihad is strong protest. Not in this. What is your view about that?
No,
sir?
no. I
you
strongly,
studied,
I strongly deprecate, I strongly condemn, and this can't be countenanced, that a chief minister under oath of constitution at a public meeting calls upon the people to initiate jihad against the opposition party. And have you, sir, cared to find out the status of public representatives in opposition here? बंगाल की हालत है, सांस लेना है, जिंदगी बसर करना है, नौकरी करनी है,
Sir, can I?
जिंदा रहना है.
No, no, sir.
Sir, one second.
No, let
Sir,
me now, sir.
sir,
Let
sir.
me ask a question of you.
Sir,
Okay, we'll
let
come back
me-
to this.
let
We'll
me
come
conclude.
back. I know you've got a.
Sir, let me-
you've got these points. You
Sir,
will be
let
allowed
me
to say that,
conclude.
sir.
Otherwise-
no, sir. You said you had one more point and you'll conclude.
No, let me
Now
conclude,
you've
sir.
gone to another subject. Let
No,
me deal.
no, sir.
I've got
Sir,
a few
sir,
questions,
sir.
sir.
Raj,
Sir,
I will
let
not
me
yield.
just. Okay.
Raj, I will not yield. I will have my point.
Okay.
बंगाल में जीना है, सांस लेना है, नौकरी करनी है, राजनीति करनी है, अच्छी जिंदगी लीड करनी है, एक ही रास्ता है, बी विद द रूलिंग पार्टी. इसके अलावा कोई रास्ता नहीं है. और किसी भी प्रजातांत्रिक व्यवस्था के लिए इससे बड़ा खतरा कोई हो नहीं सकता. और ये खतरा पश्चिम बंगाल में पराकाष्ठा पर है. ये ओपन सीक्रेट है. यू कैन सी द पीपल हियर, इफ दे आर फ्रॉम बंगाल, वो जानते हैं ओपन सीक्रेट है. यहां पर आधी रात को आपको जाना पड़ सकता है, ये दीगर पसंद नहीं करते हैं. जो बातें मैंने आपको इंडिकेट की हैं, सर, आई नीड योर सपोर्ट. वी मस्ट कर्ब ऑल दीज निफेरियस एक्टिविटीज. माई मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट फ्रॉम द चीफ मिनिस्टर इज फॉलो रूल ऑफ लॉ एंड कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. पब्लिक मीटिंग के अंदर आप उन जजेस को टारगेट करते हो, and the Diamond Harbour MP says, power of truth to the governor. Sir, सच्चाई का सामना करना पड़ेगा.
So we've got a limited time. May I just finish some of the questions that I had for you so that we can, I know you've, let's deal with this university amendment bill that is there. She has said that she would, would like to replace you and become the chancellor. And that so far you have not decided on this bill. What is your view on this? Because she says that in Gujarat, as well as in Maharashtra, similar bills have
I
passed.
heard it.
Yeah.
The bill came to me, it has been sent back to her.
With what?
It's not pending with me.
And what are your comments on that?
I have said they sent incomplete information, even according to their own communication. They are required to send assembly debates, they did not send. Why sent to the governor incomplete debates? I sent it back. No bill is pending with me.
So now the ball is in her court, you're saying.
Or let's say concerned people, assembly. But मेरी सबसे बड़ी समस्या क्या है?
Let me ask the other next question.
Sir, you are taking more time
No,
than the
sir,
speaker.
we are running out of questions.
Sir, एक चीज
Now,
आप
the
यहाँ
other,
से-
no, there are some things about you also that the ruling party has said, that there was this civic election that was to be held in December. that
Which
you-
क्या? What was
municipal and civic elections that were to be held. And you had, and one of them, of course, you had advised the election commission to hold it together. One. Second, that they had wanted to amend the bill so that the Hooghly municipality would be broken up, but you have, so far not cleared that. And the elections has been held for close to a year now. So what do you have to say for that?
सर, कुछ तो होमवर्क करो. प्रश्न पूछने से पहले ये पता लगाओ कि गवर्नर ने किया क्या है. चुनाव कौन कराता है? स्टेट इलेक्शन कमीशन, अ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी. और क्या गवर्नर ने डायरेक्शन दिया? पूछा? कोई डायरेक्शन दिया क्या?
You advised the election commission.
Why become a platform to trade untruth?
I'm asking
Why
you.
allow?
I'm asking
I'm
you, this is
telling,
the statement.
I'm telling, उनसे उसी टाइम पूछते, दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी एकदम साफ हो जाता. Sir, I often remember Rabindranath Tagore. उनका विजन क्या था? Where mind is without fear and head is held high. आप पता लगा लीजिए, माइंड इज फुल ऑफ फियर. पश्चिम बंगाल का फियर कोशेंट किसी भी डेमोक्रेटिक पार्ट के तुलना में सबसे अधिक है. नंबर वन सर. एंड नंबर टू, my head on account of the scenario here is in shame. I will continue to work for welfare of the people, and I know it is taking time, but I will continue to make sincere efforts. They are bearing fruit. They are rising slightly, and I am sure media will cooperate. Sir, एक बात आपसे कहता हूँ. Can you point out, as a senior journalist, single transgression of law and constitution by this governor? Single. And I am sure that is part of your duty and homework also. I am before you. Point
I'm
out.
asking you this. I'm asking you, why didn't you clear that bill, the Hooghly division bill? I mean, that's been pending for a while.
Did someone tell you it is pending with me? Did you ask her it is pending with me? You don't believe me when I say it is not pending with me? What do I do, sir?
So why did you return it?
Sir, I have given a reason. They have not been able to reply to it for months. I don't want to share official documents here. And most important, you will be shocked. Have a look at this document, sir.
Okay, sir.
No, one document. I
We are not mixing.
appoint a Vice Chancellor, Ramendra Bharati University, because Minister says, sir, appoint. And the same Minister says, what have I done? Sir, we are in democratic chaos. We are in governance that is, as a matter of fact, what are we seeing here? We have become a laboratory for violation of human rights. And when people tell me, Governor, in West Bengal, democracy is on gas chamber.
Can I ask you another question? There has been a lookout notice for Nupur Sharma, the BJP, ex-BJP spokesperson, about what she said. And in Bengal, and if she comes to Bengal, should be arrested. Do you approve of that?
Should you be asking this question? Think to yourself.
I'm asking you. You are the governor of the state. You have said that democracy doesn't prevail.
no.
My views, leave my views aside, but what is your...
Sir, I cannot behave this way. I am a copybook governor. I believe in constitution.
Right.
I believe in law. Unless something comes on my table, I don't react. And that has been my track record. You are diverting an issue. I know it may be for reasons which according to you are right, but according to me, not my concern. If something will come to me, all I know is that bureaucracy in West Bengal is thoroughly politicized. They are political workers. They have forgotten their legal regime. They have forgotten conduct rules. And on this issue, has any paper come to me? Am I required to take an action? Am I required to do something?
But you have expressed concerns about democracy being in danger, and the Supreme Court recently had taken, had made certain remarks about Nupur Sharma, about the concerns they had.
Again, Raj, I will never get into an area which is not my constitutional concern. I already sought your indulgence that please, even after this program is over, do me a small favor. And this appeal is to the very large media house. Point out a single transgression of constitutional law by this governor.
Well,
and secondly, try to look for single constitutional compliance by Chief Minister. I can unhesitatingly indicate to you, you will have tough time in finding my transgressions, and you will have plethora of information where Constitution has virtually been trampled by the Chief Minister, ignored 100%, violations of express nature, where not only the governor, but even assembly has been made to suffer.
So are you saying the roles are reversed, that you're the bonded labor and she's the superpower, she's ignoring you completely?
Sir, it is for her to use any words she likes. I can concede one defeat at her hands. I can never come to a low level to which she goes
Tell me,
very frequently.
Does she meet you? When she meets you, what is the kind of relationship? How long does...
Sir, again, I'm sure with your experience you know it. These are issues not to be discussed on platforms.
No, but do tell us your relationship with the Chief Minister, because you outlined all these issues.
I will never deviate from what is fundamental requirement. That what you say, chaff and grain. I will focus on grain. I will focus on issues that are painful to 9 crore people of West Bengal. I will focus on the kind of appeasement that is destroying democracy here. I will focus on issues of rabid communal political stance by her. I will not deviate from anything that does not concern my job. My job is संविधान के तहत काम करो, कानून के तहत काम करो और अपना राज करो.
So now I'm just asking your job. You said it is to do all these things. Under that, you have the powers to take action against the government. Why aren't you moving if you are so, so critical of the way she has run this whole?
Again, sir.
Yeah.
आप लोग ऐसा नैरेटिव फ्लोट करते हो.
नहीं, आपने पूरे नैरेटिव आपने दिया था from point to point. So like a lawyer, you argued this case.
सुनिए सर.
Now we want the verdict from you.
1 second. कल नैरेटिव फ्लोट कर दिया.
नहीं, आप
सुनिए सर. You have to observe silence for next 3 minutes so that I have my say. सर, कल नैरेटिव फ्लोट कर दिया. गवर्नर ने बिल को अनकॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डिक्लेयर कर दिया. कमाल है. सेकंड नैरेटिव फ्लोट कर दिया कि गवर्नर रोज ट्वीट के माध्यम से मुख्यमंत्री को समन करते हैं. आपने एक नैरेटिव एक और कर दिया कि क्या करोगे.
I'm asking you.
नहीं, देखिए.
There's not a narrative. I'm asking you straight and simple. You have outlined all these things brilliantly and you were a Supreme Court lawyer of great eminence at one time.
Sir.
You have made your case, but why? What is the verdict? You can decide that verdict.
Sir.
You can recommend to the president. Are you?
Sir, these issues again are not meant for being disclosed on public platforms. But I can tell you, my first obligation is to ensure Constitution prevails. मेरा सबसे दुखी दिन था 17 मई 2021. मैंने 4 मंत्री और वरिष्ठ नेताओं के खिलाफ सैंक्शन दी थी. वो चारों के चारों अरेस्ट हो गए थे. और क्या तांडव नृत्य देखा 6 घंटे के लिए. तांडव नृत्य. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी यहाँ लोकल सीबीआई हेडक्वार्टर पर पहुंच गई. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने वहां धरना दे दिया. माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी ने कहा इनको छोड़ो या मुझे अरेस्ट करो. और नतीजा क्या हुआ. लोग इकट्ठे हो गए. इन स्पाइट ऑफ कोविड प्रोटोकॉल एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम कलकत्ता पुलिस खड़ी रहती गई. सीएपीए पर पत्थर बरसते रहे. आप सब कुछ नजरअंदाज कर रहे हो. कब तक करोगे. क्या सोचा है कभी. और मैं आपको कहता हूं
No, when you
जो बंगाल में हो रहा है.
When you met finally to conclude.
एक सेकंड सर.
We are out of time fully.
जो बंगाल में हो रहा है वो किसी और प्रांत में होता तो आप क्या करते. इसका मैं अंदाजा लगा सकता हूं. यदि अगर आप पता लगाएंगे यहाँ कितने बलात्कार होते हैं, आप पता लगाएंगे किस तरीके की राजनीति हो रही है. सर,
have you told Mamta Didi, the chief minister, of all these points and warned her and said, look, I'm so disappointed with you.
It is here.
But you've written, when you spoke to her, did you discuss all these? Do you spend time with her talking about these issues?
It's a very important question. ये कहा जाता है, इसलिए कह रहा हूं. Raj, this governor has put everything in writing. कभी यदि अगर ये बंगाल पेपर्स में छापूंगा तो आप दंग रह जाएंगे. और आश्चर्य की बात है कि माननीय मुख्यमंत्री ने एक भी पत्र का जवाब नहीं दिया क्योंकि जवाब बनता नहीं है. जो जवाब दिए वो फॉर्मल है. ठीक है ना? My friend is taking notes so that there can be rebuttal by TMC. I have no objection on that. Go ahead. पर सर मैं बता रहा हूं, पश्चिम बंगाल के अंदर मीडिया की हालत पर थोड़ा ध्यान दीजिए. आप थोड़ा कीजिए, थोड़ा कीजिए, जनता की मदद कीजिए. गवर्नर के खिलाफ अटैक कीजिए. गवर्नर की बात मत सुनिए. गवर्नर के खिलाफ 400 नैरेटिव अपलोड कर दीजिए. एक नैरेटिव आप लोगों ने कर रखा है, मैं बताता हूं. आपने एक नैरेटिव कर रखा है, गवर्नर इज एट लोगर हेड्स विद द चीफ मिनिस्टर.
And that he plays politics all the time.
अब आप देखिए.
आपने बताया नैरेटिव, मैं बस
नहीं, अब आप देखिए, क्या इससे बड़ा अन्याय मेरे पर हो सकता है? गलती वो करे, गलत काम वो करे, संविधान की धज्जियां वो उड़ाए, और मैं लड़ रहा हूं. मेरे को एक बताइए आप.
It's a strange thing, sir. I mean, in conclusion, I know you would have.
राज, एक सेकेंड. आप प्रांत के अंदर गवर्नर का प्रोटोकॉल समझते हैं? आई होप आई एम राइट. ही इज एट नंबर 1. असेंबली में इस गवर्नर ने कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डे के ऊपर 6ठे नंबर पर भाषण दिया. सर, कभी सोचिए, सोल सर्च कीजिए. जो कुछ किया जा रहा है वो बहुत गलत है. मैं बर्दाश्त कर रहा हूं. और दूसरा, मैं चुप हूं. ममता जी चाय सो बोलती हैं, पेगासस की बात कर देती हैं. आसाम में उन्होंने गोवा में जाकर क्या कहा? राजभवन में एक राजा रहता है, पॉलिटिकल मीटिंग के अंदर. सर, कभी जबान खोल दूंगा ना तो बहुत लोगों की बोलती बंद हो जाएगी.
Well, you spoke a lot today, sir.
No, sir. It is tip of the iceberg.
Well, Governor, I'm afraid we'll have to conclude this session. This is India Today Conclave. We will listen to all the sides, however fervent, whatever you'd like to say. We have allowed you the time to do that. We thank you for your presence over here. Let's give him a very warm round of applause to the Governor of West Bengal. You want to have the last word?
I think I should have. Am I right, ma'am? I am grateful to India Today Group. I thought there could be no better wholesome and sublime platform to reveal my mind and my stand. I offer to India Today Group to probe the governor as harsh as they can and indicate in times to come any transgression of constitutional law by him. I also appeal to this very important platform that it is high time they come to the rescue of 9 crore people in the state of West Bengal and put in public domain the serious issues of syndicate mafia raj, collapse of constitutionalism, rapid communalization, and extreme appeasement that threaten democracy. I wish to invite attention, indulgent attention of the media to focus on that democracy in the state of West Bengal is cliffhanging. It is breathing its last. We cannot have a state within a state. We cannot have a mechanism of a police state. It is virtually a state governed by politicized bureaucracy that acts as political workers and a chief minister who has no respect for rule of law. I am again grateful to Raj and India Today Group for having made available this platform to me, and I am sure all that I have said, it is with utmost restraint, out of my heart, with complete confidence and belief that it will result in some kind of balm, some kind of assistance to the 9 crore suffering people of the state of West Bengal. I am sure they will focus that there are 2 categories of people in the state of West Bengal. Those who have sound sleep every day and those who spend sleepless nights. Those who generate fear of law and those who are never in fear of law. And therefore, with your efforts, media has been responsible in restoration of democracy in several countries in
Right,
South
sir. I think this is a very long
Africa.
last word you're having. So I think you've got your points.
On a lighter side, Raj on a lighter side, and in court of law, when we say this is the last argument,
My lord,
that is never the last argument.
thank you very much. The onus lies on you, Governor, apart from the media. Ladies and gentlemen, the West Bengal Governor. Let's give him a warm round of applause for this.
Thank you to the Governor. Thank you, Mr. Chengappa. Our next session, ladies and gentlemen, it's called Eastern Euphoria, Power Voices, Walking the Untrodden Path. I'd request our session moderator, Reshmi Bagchi, anchor and associate editor, Aaj Tak Bangla, to